Alright, I remembered my earbuds today, so hopefully I'll be able to hear myself. Okay. We'll come back around. We warmed up, we walked, we did like, not quite serpentines, but like a bunch of just loops around in the arena. Um, and then we did, walking down alongside, a couple steps forward, halt back up, trying to get a good walk apart, and then like a nice back up. Good job. Trying to make sure she doesn't drag her feet over those, so that was good. Alright, let's see how we trot. Ready, Mama? Also, I forgot my boots in the barn. I didn't feel like walking back, so that's why these shoes are happening. You. We're using all of our armor today. There you go. Alright, we're gonna try this. Girl. There you go. Ooh, there. Come on, back up. Reins are a little long. There you go. Oh, there you go. Good girl. Good. I need to be taking the halt into the back faster. I was working on her halt a little bit, but that's okay. Alright, try going into the trot. Yay! Good girl! Good girl! Yeah, come on, try it on. Good job. Over, all the way over. Very nice, Sophie. She doesn't feel. Come on. When I rode her, today's Sunday. When I rode her on Friday, she felt a little floatier right away in the trot. On Friday, trying an experiment. On Friday, I had the breast collar on her, which is literally a little small, but come on, Mama. All the way through it. Thank you. But just to keep her saddle from sliding so far back on her, the saddle fitter, I had her saddle fit double checked, a couple of months ago now. And that was what he said, like, to just use, it fits her fine, but to use a breast collar to keep it up a little bit. So I need to get her a bigger breast collar that fits her better. And maybe one of those, like, pulling collars more. Come on. Might be better. But that is probably after our next vet visit purchase. Come on, Mama. Very good. Very good. Yeah. Good Mama. Yep. Good girl. She's not nearly as stiff, like getting the bend. especially to the right. She's much better. I rode her first ride after we went to the farrier. It was a week and a half ago on, what day did we go to the farrier, Sophie? Wednesday. And then I think I rode her on Thursday. And she was like so floaty and so soft, bending both ways. It was amazing. She's not quite that good, but she's not nearly as bad either, knock on wood. Alright, Mama? Yep, there. I would love a little more oomph in her backing up, but that might be a later thing. Might need to do more groundwork too to get it. He's yeah, thank you. She gets it sometimes. She's just so flippin' dull sometimes too. Alright. There you go. There you go. Good girl. Good girl. We're going to do the same thing in the trot that we did in the walk to warm up. There you go. There you go. I just have to whip his back up because when I don't carry it, I need it. And when I do carry it, I don't need it. So. Yep. Good girl. Good girl. Yep. And right into it. Good girl. Trot. Yep. Good. Good job. Good job. I didn't set you up for that. Come on. For that halt as well. As I should have, but that's okay. You still did good. Right, come on. Ah, come on. Come on, Sophie. Not making excuses. Get a trot going. Come on. There you go. Good. Girl. Thank you. Do some circles. Good. Good. And bend. Come on, walk on. All right. Also got our new saddle pad. As the cutout withers, it's a little more contoured. She's doing good so far. It's only our second ride in it. Yeah. You feel so much lighter. Good job, Mama. I have zero excuses. I don't want to hear it. There. There. We're not doing that, but I'm also not going to get frustrated because I do that. We are just going to there. And trot. Ah, 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 ah. Bend. Thank you. Keep it, keep it, keep it. There, that's better. Okay. No. Oh, ooh, Sophie. Whoa. Better knock that shit off. Long side. Shoulder forward going. There. And drop. Ooh, you bitch. Why are you worse? Literally, all you did was shit. And now you're worse. I truly don't understand. Get that thing. There. Good girl. Good girl. Better. Better. Good girl. Better. Better. Good job. There you go. Good girl. Not quite great, but better. Really? Get over. What else can I do but better, right? Just remember to do my outside edge to turn. Really? I don't know why. She's been spooky at this door the last handful of times. Nothing. There's nothing out there. Good girl. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. There. That's a girl. Outside here. Outside here. Outside here. Yes, ma'am. Good. Oh, good. Good job. You We can be better, though. We can be so much better than that. Yeah. Good girl. Good job. I know it's dusty and heck in here. Girl. Good. Good on my part, too. Yep. Right. Thank you. I know it's kind of weird, but you still got to give it to me. All right, there, and Garina dips a little bit. Good girl. Yeah. Let's just see if I look as bouncy as I feel. Good girl. Excuse you. Thank you. We'll walk through here, take you a break. As I trot over these poles. Oh, smells it's dusty in here. Good. Not a single foot hit it that time. Hmm? Okay, kind of. There. Better. She's still wanting to push out on me, but it's better. Good girl. Yeah, yes, ma'am. Yep. There you go. Good job. Hit the circle. Yep. Good circle. No, don't dive. There. Girl. Now help her forward. Right. You. There. Better. There. Good. Now I'm probably confusing her. I'm trying to like pick up here to block her from diving in on me and this out to open that and let her go that way. I think I am mixing signals somewhere. Ah, then that happens. When I don't do that, so I'm like, what do I do? Yeah, good girl. Good girl, Sophie. That was it. School really cold. Didn't line you up for very well. That's okay. Good. There she goes. Good girl. Good job. Up, up. Don't dive. Good girl. Better. Better, better. Just. Wow. There we go. This way, she doesn't want to be on the rail. Good girl. I'm also trying to get her back. Eyes up. Look more and going. There you go. Stay on the counter. One outside of the piles. Good girl. Much better. Much better. Come on. Back. Good job, Sophie Mare. Good job. Also working on our patient, so she can stand here for a minute. Good job, Sophie. Yeah. Stand and then walk, then canter, and then walk and then trot and then done. Yeah? How does that sound to you? Cool? Cool. Good job, Mama. Alright, I'm gonna walk off with purpose. Alright, with gusto. Just everything from you. One more gusto. Alright? Ready? Walk off. There. Better. Come on. I'd like to ride her, excuse me, outside in the outside arena, but it's just a fence. There's no footing out there. The ground's kind of hard, so I don't want that to interfere with whatever progress we've been making. Walk on, walk on, walk on, walk on. Girl, good girl. We went to the vet last week, and she said that Sophie looks the best she's ever seen her. Come on, walk. Thank you. She's lost some weight since we switched up her diet. Now instead of getting 5 pounds of food a day of grain, she gets one. Um, and she's on a ration balancer. And one other thing, I don't remember what it does. I should remember what it does. And then the Equiox and the Osteomax and Plus Supplement and the Succeed. And the something starts with an M that the vet prescribed her for 30 days, like a muscle relaxer. She's on that right now, twice a day. But yeah, she's lost a good amount of weight. That thinks about 80 pounds. And yeah, her lameness exam was the best that she's had since we've been going down there to Montana Equine. And so, very, very happy with how things are going. That was happy with her feet. Feet got done last week too. It's been an expensive 2 weeks. But we're good. We did one cycle without the pads because 2 visits ago there was some bruising on her soles, and Jack didn't know if it might be her from the pads, caused by the pads. And so since I wasn't going to be riding her a ton between visits, took the pads off, put them back on this cycle, and she loves them. She's doing really good. I need to focus more. Sorry, Sophie. We're just kind of wiggling around. That's what I'm trying to get you to stop doing. Get it straight. Thank you. That's okay. One real quick. That's okay. Walk. Walk and don't come in on me. Okay. Gosh dang it, Dusty. Alright. Do some canter. We'll do some walk chalk transitions on this circle and then just take it straight into the canter. Right? I would love it if that first step wasn't sideways. I would love that a whole lot. There. There. She pops that shoulder in immediately, and I don't know if it's a weakness physical thing on her side that we just need to work and she'll get there, or if she's blowing me off and being a turd. I don't want to like get after her if it's a physical thing. I also would like her to stop if she's just blowing me off. So, turn it. Ooh, trot, mare. Much better. Thank you. Oh, turn you. Can't pop forward and down in transition. Hey, focus. Thank you. There. Good girl. Quality, quantity. Good. Good. And get back. Come in now. There. Yes. Now stay up. Good. And up through the downward. Up through the downward. Better. Better. I know. I know. Just stay with me though. Feel her getting a little antsy and ahead of me. Hello. Thank you. Can we do one? You think? Walk. You gotta walk though. Yeah, take it. Yeah. Good girl. And up through the downward. Up through the downward. Better, Sophie. Good. Up. Good girl. Yep. Come on, don't come in on me. Good. Now up through the upward. Good girl. Much better. Let's see if we can get these poles now. Thank you. Can't. Good job. That's all right. Come back to me. And up to the timer. Good. Good job. Hey. Good girl. Good girl, Sophie. Good job. We're getting it. No, I know. Keep walking. Good job. Take a break. I would put my hands forward in those upward transitions, yeah? I would stay forward. Well, my hands throughout my body. My body's back. Okay. She told me she was full. No, I was gonna go check it out, and then she said that her last spot filled up. Yeah. I'm kind of bummed. It sounds like a really nice place.
Yeah, it's nothing like super fancy, but I mean, I've known Janelle just from barrel racing.
Yeah.
So, I feel more comfortable going over there. But she mentioned just like, oh, but she also told me too that they had been debating whether they were going to leave the last stall open. It's been starting folds.
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
that might have been the route she decided to take. I don't know.
Probably.
I asked her if she was coming to look, and she said, well, she didn't remember at first. She's like, it's a paint horse. I'm like, well, there's like 3.
Yeah.
So now she texted me the next day. She's like, her name's Julia. I'm like, Julia's really cool. She's
Oh, thank you.
and I was like, you like her. So I just assumed you had gone out, but that's my guess. She didn't mention anybody else coming.
Yeah, that's from her message. That's what it sounded like. I think she said like something like, from the number of horses we're going to have, they won't have room in front of their border, which totally get if they want to grow their business that way. That totally makes sense.
You know, having training horses. I'm not getting
Yeah.
a stall. She has a pasture up there. She's like, I can't offer you a stall, but we have a pasture if you want to do like self-care pasture board. And I was like, yeah, my horses would be way happier being turned out. So they've got like a little shelter and automatic water in there, and then the neighbor can drop off around bales. So it's a little more rustic in here, but
as long as the horses are happy, then that's all that matters.
yeah, I don't mind. And she's not far from King, so I can haul into her.
Totally, yeah.
So no big deal. Did you find another place?
I'm waiting. I've looked at Songtime Stables and then went out to Brent Bauman's place. I really like Brent's place. Yeah. So he's gonna get back to me by the end of the week. They would have to have room for us. He'd have to move. I think he said 2 of his horses in together. It sounds like somebody contacted him before I did to go look. Like they texted him before I did, but I went and saw it before they did. So he was like, I have to wait and see if they're going to take it. And then he said even if they did, that they might move 2 of his horses in together.
Yeah. I wonder if he was talking about me. I guess somebody else could have texted him. But I texted him like a couple weeks ago, and I was kind of shitty. I did ghost him a little bit. So but it was last Saturday. I was going to go look. And then he had texted me like Sunday and was like, are you still coming out to look? And I meant to text him back, and then I forgot. And this one was things where I'm like, I forgot to text you back, and now it's been like a week. And
yeah. Yeah, no, I feel you.
Like maybe just don't ever text you again.
Right. I'm never going to see you. It's going to be fine.
I feel like such an asshole for not texting you back or not spending even longer. So
right. Yeah, no, I totally feel you.
So I haven't texted him back, so I wonder if he was talking about me. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, I texted him. Well, yeah, I texted him today. And he said they were going to have to try that. So
yeah,
who knows? If not there, then Songtime is nice. It'll be good if that's where we end up. There's no turnout and it's more expensive.
It is, and they charge like $60 for
trailer parking.
Yeah.
And it's $4.25 is the base pay, and then $60 for trailer parking, and then it's $2.50 a feeding. And she gets fed twice a day. So I'm like, okay, I guess I could feed her in the evenings, but like,
that's insane.
That's why I pay for board so that I don't have to feed my horse twice a day every day. Yeah. That's why she's at a full care facility.
Yeah, so it's not really full care, even though they're advertising it.
Right. It's like, I mean, they get hay twice a day and you don't have to pay for the hay, but like, if I have to come out and feed my horse their grain, then it's not full care, in my humble opinion.
I just ran the scooter myself because like I found it not getting done, like just with the switch around of like who's feeding on certain nights.
Yeah.
So, like I just do it myself and I text Shannon if I can. But,
Yeah.
Yeah, and Kate had told me that she looked over there and she liked it. And I'm like, well, Kate doesn't have a trailer, so it probably works well for her. And her mare stays fat off of like existing.
Right, exactly.
So, like, I can totally understand how that's the best option for her.
Yeah.
But I also heard that they don't have like an actual arena. It's like a round pen or something.
They do have an outdoor,
Oh, they
a
do?
nice outdoor. Yeah, it's nice and big. It's like the place is still kind of under construction. She's still like building up. She wants to have like an indoor and everything. But yeah, when I went out there a couple weeks ago and there was a nice outdoor arena built up.
Someone told me that was like not actually.
Yeah.
It wasn't Kate, it was somebody else, but I was like, that's weird that they would have.
Right.
So that makes sense. There's actually an outdoor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Kate had mentioned to me, I'm like, I don't know, that's just too much for me.
Yeah. Yeah. I know the turnout is the big, like, even here, I'm like,
yeah.
So I'm really hoping Brent's works out.
Yeah.
Because she'll be able to be out on a pasture with other horses.
Yep, and he said when I talked to him, he told me that he feeds brown bales too, which
Yeah.
is awesome. So like 24/7 hay. Like, that's great. Too.
Yeah.
And I didn't know what his arena situation was. I forgot to ask.
He has an outdoor. It's not very big. It might be this size. But I mean, it's enough. And again, I can haul to 406 or Kings, if we want to ride in the winter.
Yeah.
And I mean, shit, for $225 a month, I can make it work, right?
His is super affordable. And he was next on my list if Janelle couldn't make her setup work.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind Janelle's because I live on that end of town anyway. And
nice.
I compared it. I'm like, well, to drive to Shanna's down 10th in the traffic.
Yeah.
It takes me 15, 20 minutes, depending on the day. Anyway.
Yeah.
Versus Janelle's is still 15 minutes out of town, but no traffic and just like a straight shot. And like it's pretty much the same. I like Janelle's because she has a ton of trails too. Yeah, that's
another thing I was looking forward to, like being able to go out on the trails and stuff.
Yeah. So I like that, and then she does have her outdoor is not very big either. It's kind of like this, like given with their cutters, they don't. They used to have a patch that they groomed down that was a lot bigger, but they've kind of turned that into pasture again since they built a different outdoor.
Okay.
But she does have a round pen, so I'm like, okay, like all of those things.
Yeah.
It's a little more rustic, like I said, because I'll be doing all my self care and the shelter isn't anything fancy, but like. As long as they have a place to get out of the weather, I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm interested. We'll see how Spider does once he's turned out over in Shogo.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna go get him next weekend. We'll see how he does being in barbed wire fencing because it's mostly barbed wire fencing. And
okay.
Please.
Love everything. Yeah.
Please just stay in the fence.
Yeah.
And, don't be gone.
Mm-hmm.
But he's been turned out in barbed wire fencing last month, and I just went and saw him yesterday and. He doesn't really have any cuts or he doesn't.
Good. He hasn't tested it.
Yeah, it seems like he's been fine. So,
good.
I'm kind of excited about it. Hoping that we don't have too terrible of a winter, so it's easy enough for me to get out there.
Yeah.
But as long as they're not around, they'll.
Yeah. Totally. Mhm.
Yeah. I know I posted that list, so I hope that was helpful.
It was for sure, and I can't believe that most of these places have existed.
I know that's what I was saying.
And no one knew.
I promise you, I'm not making this up.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And I only found out about Brent's because my friend Barbara Bassett has a friend that boards there, and she was like, "I think she really likes it. Let me get you in contact." So her friend got in contact with me and sent me Brent's info. Nice. So, that's the only reason I know about that one.
Mm-hmm.
Fran, who has, the dairy farm that does, self-care, she has pens for that.
Yeah.
And the same thing, Barb knew her because they've kept their colts out there before, the horses that they weren't riding. They just sit there and drive past every day. And they said they would stop and feed them. Mm-hmm. And then I forget, I think there was, one or two others on there. But, yeah, I know. I was surprised, too. I think it's just because they're, small private places.
Totally. Yeah, and I typically I do only look for the full care, and so either the self-care places don't come up or I just kind of scroll right past them.
Right, because you're that's not ideal for me.
Yeah, but I mean...
If I, had to do... I think if I had to hay every single day, self-care would not be
Yes.
ideal.
That'd be different. Yeah.
Where I had my horses before, I had Scooter and one other horse that I sold, not Spider, different one. And I had them actually where I was living, like I was renting a place, and it was on 60 acres. And
wow.
then I didn't mind self-care because
it's right there. Mm-hmm.
But like, it's just too much to like risk in the wintertime if like
totally.
you can't get out.
Yeah.
So as long as they have hay,
mm-hmm.
I'm doing self-care.
Yeah.
I kind of almost like it because I'm like seeing them every day.
For sure, yeah. And like you're in charge of what is happening. You don't have to worry like, is it getting done the way I want it to be done and this and that. Yeah. Like I know it's getting done the way I want.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, well, that's cool. I hope Prince works out.
Thanks, yeah.
It's a good place. So.
Yeah, I like, again, not quite as full care as I would like ideally, but for his setup, I'm like and like you said, she'll be on hay. Yeah. He's gonna work something out with me if we end up being out there to where, he said his wife can feed her in the evenings. So I'll just swing by in the mornings on my way to work.
Here you go.
But just the fact that she'll have time moving around with other horses. Yeah. I'm like, that is such a big factor for me. So. Yeah.
Totally get that. I know. It's like, and Scooter kind of doesn't care that much, but just like with his age, and I'm sure you can relate, she's getting older too.
Yep.
Like, I want him moving around. Like
exactly.
That.
Yeah.
He doesn't care. He's like, I'll always have a podness.
Yeah.
yeah. Like, like ideally you could move around and graze.
Right. I know, like all her like, cause we're making progress, but I'm like, if she could just be moving more, it would help all those little sorenesses and stiffnesses that I'm like, I'm doing all these things, but that very underlying thing is still there. Yeah. Like exactly. If I'm standing in a box for most of the day, I'm going to be stiff too, no matter what kind of stretching I do or supplements I take. So yeah, it'll be.
And I don't come out for either. I don't go to the gym at all that day. I'm like, I have a bunch of issues with my neck right here.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, those flare up so bad if I don't go. If I go and do something, they like go away. But I'm just like, I'm too tired today. It's like the pain is 10 times worse.
Yeah.
And as far as Spider goes, like being an off the track thoroughbred, like he needs to be out in pasture, learn how to be a normal horse.
Yeah.
And just like deal with bugs and like,
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so it'll be good for him. When I went and saw him this weekend, I was like, I knew he would, he's not my first off the track thoroughbred, so I knew that, like, when he got here and he was all spicy and wild, that would not really be who he was. He was just eating crack cocaine for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Oh, yeah.
But, like, I was very pleasantly surprised at how mellow his demeanor was when I went
and
saw him yesterday. I was like, yeah.
That's awesome.
That's why you needed to be.
Yep. Yep, just go decompress for a couple months, and then we can work.
He's a little thinner than he'll wind up being, but I knew just because all he's on is grass. There's no way he's not getting grain or supplements. Mm-hmm. So he's lost his top line, which I was like, that was going to happen. I already knew that. But he's not skin and bones, and he's coming back to me next week. So fatten it back up. But
yeah.
To be honest, some of his joint issues that I have to work through and inject, like probably a little less weight on them right now.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. But, yeah, so I'm excited. I'm going to say I'll miss having it indoor. That'll be
yes. For sure.
Yeah. Oh, well. Do you know where's everybody else going?
I asked Shayna that yesterday. It sounds like he said, Kate's going to Songtime. Yeah. I think a couple of them have gone to 406.
I didn't know. Yeah.
Maverick is gone. Jules gone.
She's gone. Was that Coral right here? Right?
The paint. Jules the paint. Yeah. Those are the only two that have dipped so far. Emma's little minis are going to their house.
She told me that.
Yeah.
The other day. She said that she's like, it worked out perfect because we've been setting up at home. And
yeah.
Cool. So that's awesome. I know. And then Emma's just gonna turn her two out at her place, but she.
Yeah, Shanna did say that.
Like, Shanna first. She's like, if you can't find anywhere, you can put Scooter and Spider out at our place.
Nice. Yeah.
But I found a place so it's all good. But they just have some property with pasture and shelter. It's like very basic.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then I wondered if Chloe was gonna go to 406 or what her game.
Last time we talked, which has been a couple weeks, she and Shelby were gonna go to Justin Wernicke's. Yeah.
It makes sense because they go to lessons over there all the time.
Exactly, yeah. And she's sending PB there for training in December. And so even though like he's not a boarding place, but like they both, like you said, kind of have their foot in the door already. Yeah. So he's just gonna be like, yeah, come on.
And Justin's super cool. Years ago when I first moved to Montana, I did a clinic with him, and then I took some lessons with him for about a year, and I really like Justin.
Good.
He's not a boarding facility, but I know he would help someone else, especially like a student that he's
working
with. So that totally
awesome. Yeah.
And he's got a little indoor and then a huge outdoor.
Nice.
So
yeah. Yeah.
I kind of wondered if that's where they would wind up.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, and then I didn't know where. I'm so curious to see what happens with Jack because I thought that Shanna had pretty much taken him over.
I thought that too, but then I see Chastity, whatever her name is. I've seen her, like, she'll just show up out of the blue with, like, I don't know who it is, friends or relatives or what, and, like, 4 kids. Like, we're gonna have to go have the kids ride Jack. And I'm like, you're gonna do what? But no, Shanna said, I think they were going to 406 or Kings or something. 'Cause yeah, she's keeping him. His owner is. So, yeah, at one point, Shanna was like, yeah, I'm buying him. I talked to his owner, I'm buying him. And I was like, oh,
yeah,
okay.
Last year, like, she had to pay it forward, and, like, basically Shanna was just like,
yeah.
Taking it because of it. Mm-hmm. So, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. Yeah.
And then she said Fly's owner is selling her.
Really?
Yeah. She said, what did she say? Some sob story about, like, now I can't keep her and, like, all this stuff. I'm like, then you shouldn't have had her in the first place. If.
Find a different boarding situation.
Right.
There's, like, I listed, like, 7 places on there for various levels of, like.
Totally, of care and price, yeah.
Well, I want, like, even if she took that place at Songtime or whatever, like, that'd only be 7, and I get it, like, we're all poor right now, but, like, $75 more.
Yeah. Like, if
you might have to come out and grain her yourself, but.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I think, yeah, the situation is kind of exposing some of the people who are, like, just dump their horses and move on.
Oh, yeah.
And then, yeah, I don't know what's going to happen with Ramon. No one should take that horse on.
No, Shanna, she gave her the ultimatum of, like, you have to put him down. Like, you are not, unless you're going to move him off the property, like, he's not staying here.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if that'll work or not, but.
It's so bad.
And then I know that other mares, like that gal retired clean horse. So
Jazzy, yeah. I don't know where they're going.
They have property, Shanna told me, so I don't know why she wouldn't.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. Or like, I mean, well, she does get grain.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think it'd be way faster for them to find a place to board Fly than it's going to be to sell in this market.
Yeah.
Plus, I guess I don't know the owner or their situation, but I never see them riding her.
No, I have no idea who their owner is.
Like,
yeah. So, who knows?
Weird.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I'm glad people found places at least. That's good.
Yeah, me too. Me
too. I was like, oh no. And I didn't.
Right.
I boarded at 406, and I boarded there actually for like several years.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't hate it, and I think for a certain person it's a good situation. My problem with it was like that. When I first started boarding there, I really liked it and didn't have any issues. Like the first year that I boarded one of my horses there, it was fine. But that was when she was still somewhat small. They had only purchased the place like a year ago. They had built all the additional pens that they have now. Like, it was pretty baseline.
Yeah.
There was like maybe 15 max rows of like outdoor pens and shelters.
Mhm.
And then of course all the indoor rings and indoor stalls and whatnot.
Yeah.
And I liked it, and it was fine. I didn't have any problems. But then the following year, the next time I boarded there, I was with my ex. We had several horses there. Still not too bad, but like she was starting to have more events and leasing the place out, or renting the place out to more events.
Yeah.
And it started to get a little more crowded, a little tougher to find ride time. And then like next year when I was boarding there again, I really hated it because it was like during the weeknights there was lessons and like the arenas were unavailable except for like the one small one that had a round pen in it. You couldn't do anything in there anyway, so it was like half the size of this.
Yeah.
You know. And then the round pen was in the way. So like we had that, and then weekends there was shows, there was dog trials, there was events, like she had vendors there, like clinics, like just all different types of stuff. And that wasn't constantly, I don't mean to be dramatic, but it was enough that it made it really challenging to know like when you could come and see your horse, when you could come and ride. Like I remember there was like a couple of events there that she had where like you couldn't get through to come and see your horse. Like she was like, so too bad, so sad, you're gonna have to wait till the show is over to come.
Oh my gosh.
Because she was like, people were paying to get in and stuff. And so
that's why I like didn't even consider 406 or Kings, because I was like, I would hate that. Sophie would hate that. Like, I love a smaller, quiet, private atmosphere.
Right.
Yeah, I don't want to have to like
90% of the time I would come here and like not talk. And it's not even that I don't like anybody, but I've been talking to people all day, so the last thing I want to do is like talk to a bunch more people.
Right.
And so like a big facility like that was frustrating. Kings, I've never boarded there, but as a barrel racer who's there a lot because we have so many races there, I would feel the exact same way because it's every other weekend in the summer.
Yeah.
There's a barrel race.
Yeah.
Like every other, and granted, it's just on a Sunday, and usually by mid-afternoon you can go out, but nonetheless, it's just like a lot of people, and then people overnight there, and they do dog stuff there, and they do high school rodeo stuff there, and then you can haul in at practically all hours of the day into the night. Like in the winter time, it's till 7, and in the summer, it's till 9 p.m.
Okay.
And people haul in. Like I know people haul in all the time because I haul in all the time.
Yeah.
So, like, boarding there, it's like you would never be by yourself. You'd always be sharing the arena, which is part of boarding. But this is nice because there's so few of us really that are like...
Yeah, like I share the arena once in a blue moon. And I'm totally fine with that because most of the time it's my space.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's tougher when you have to share like someone doing a different discipline. Or, like,
yeah. And when there's like 5 or 6 people in there, that's when it gets really... like one other person, I don't care. But when it gets crowded, I'm like...
And like, let's be honest, like... people are like real assholes, and like some people don't move out of the way, or they think they earned it more than you for whatever reason. Yeah. And, like, or they just don't know the etiquette, or they don't care about the etiquette, and it's annoying.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
I ran into that at 406 too. Like, there's this girl, Sarah Farrell, and I'm so sorry if you know her, my friend Claire, she guys with the wall. She, I like boarded there at the time, and I had barrels set up since the old horse things to have. And I like had set the barrels up before I got on my horse. My horse was already saddled. I just hadn't like grabbed him while I was doing it. So then I set the barrels up. I go out to the bridle on and bring him back to into the arena. And as this is all happening, she rolls up and comes in. So like here's my barrels. Like there's the big arena, right? She puts her set of poles up, like right on the inside of this barrel.
Oh my gosh!
The arena. And I was like, oh, I was gonna. Just put these barrels up. And she was like, oh. And I was like,
so move.
and like she didn't.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And I was like,
that's crazy.
And I was like, I beg your pardon. Another time there's like a guy that he's actually probably like a decent human from what I understand and know about him now. But at the time it was really frustrating. Like I was rehabbing the same horse that I was talking about a second ago. And I really he's all covered. He was super sweet, super fun to ride, but he was a lot. Like, he was fresh. He liked to work. Like, rehabbing him was a challenge because I could not just get on and ride him around because he just wanted to go at that point. He had
Mhm.
7 months off.
Oh gosh.
Valentine was like my best friend because I could keep his movements contained.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this guy
Yeah.
rolls up and has like 6 horses that he's a colt starter and he rolled up to use our round pen, I guess. And
Uh-huh.
he's been in there with like multiple horses while I'm like actively waiting.
Oh my
So
gosh.
do you know when you'll be done? And you're like, I just need to lunge him for like 15, 20 minutes.
Mhm.
He's like, I'll be done when I'm done. I'm like,
Wow.
and then there was like another time that this Sierra girl, my ex and I, when we had our horses there, he's a piece of trash, okay, so like I'm not defending him, but
Uh-huh.
I'm defending him in this story, but not in any other. So
Yeah.
he had this horse that was like 4-year-old draft cross, like he had started in, and that horse, if you worked in regularly, he was fine, but sometimes if you let him sit for a while, which my ex was prone to do, he would be pretty fresh the first couple times he stepped on. He'd get a little scared and he'd fuck around, and I knew that Max could handle him. I could sit it. So I never was really cared about what that horse did because I was like, whatever, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
He usually came out of it and then went back to work. So that girl's there that day. She hauled in. She's on, I guess, a younger horse from the altercation that happened.
Mhm.
I'm on my mare, and he just went to go step on this 4-year-old. And as soon as he stepped on, that horse kind of went at it. Started just crow hopping, fucking around, kind of being dumb, being fresh. It was an entirely contained situation at one end of the arena. The girl was at the complete farther end of Kings.
Uh-huh.
And her grandmother was sitting there watching all this. As soon as he gets the horse back, like under control and riding around fine, loses her marbles and starts screaming at him.
Oh my gosh.
And she's like, there's young horses in here. That is not appropriate. If you have a horse that's going to buck and act like an idiot and try and hurt you, you need to be in one of the small arenas. Like, she's losing her cookies.
Oh my gosh.
First of all, the horse that her daughter was on, that Sierra was on, did nothing. Didn't even react.
Yeah.
So there was no danger there.
Mhm.
Jessica Bliss was also riding and totally did not care about what happened because we all understand if you're a normal horse person, that sometimes
you get it.
Like,
Uh-huh.
it was not like he stepped on there, like the intention.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
So, I actually like I got kind of nasty with her. Like, I don't normally, I try to be like not a bad person, but I already like had beef with them and they pissed me off because of how I watched them treat their horses and how she treated me. So that was like the final straw, like that you're not gonna sit there and like scream at my boyfriend for this.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, I don't know, maybe you shouldn't take your young horses places if they can't handle what might happen around other horses.
Yeah.
This is not the facility for that. And I was like, it is a facility. It's a horse facility.
Yeah.
Like, my dead broke horse could do that. And are you seriously going to berate me for it? Like, you don't know. If nobody intended that to happen, maybe you should stay at home if your horses can't handle other horses acting like horses. And she just huffed. And I was like, ugh.
Oh my gosh.
So, all in all, that is why I don't love being at a big facility. Running and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So.
Just not worth it.
No. And I'm being right now, sorry, but
that's all right.
And it's all fine, and I totally like don't mean to excuse like horses' poor behavior. And if it would have been like something that carried on and he kept doing it,
right?
And correcting it, and he's doing it near those horses, I would be like valid that room. He should have taken the horse out, like totally get it. But it was legit, like when he first stepped on, like
any horse can be fresh.
Right. Like, any horse could decide one day that they're going to do that.
Right.
Like,
and then, yeah, exactly like you said, like, if your young horse isn't ready for that, don't be here.
Small arena then.
Yeah. Yeah. If your horse needs to be protected and bubble wrapped, go over there.
Go over there. Yeah, like, that's totally fine. But, like, your horse needs to learn how to handle it because if you're, and she shows that horse now, she just had her at the barrel race yesterday. And I'm like, well, clearly you plan on taking her places. So other horses are going to do that. And I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get over it.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. So I'll be happy to be kind of at a smaller place. And like Janelle and Tyrell are really, really kind people.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Janelle used to barrel race, and now she's switched over to cutting.
Mm-hmm.
I think she got into it 'cause, like, her one mare is just kind of getting, like, blown up and sour from the barrels. She's been a barrel horse a lot of her life. And so Janelle's like, I'm going to try something different. And then she got into cutting, and now she's got 2 cutters, and yeah.
Nice.
So,
yeah.
They're cool. And then, I don't know if you know who Taylor Mady is, but,
that name sounds familiar. Yeah.
She owns the, like, Hot Shot Tailback.
Yeah.
Blanket repairs and all that. She boards out there. She's super nice too, pretty low key, and
good.
So, yeah, should be fun. And apparently, you can ride from their place to the Stockett Bar.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
That's epic. Oh my god, I love that.
So sorry,
Yeah. You better get real used to this hitching post. That's awesome.
Yeah. So that was kind of cool, but okay, I'll let you get back to your ride. I should probably go glass break him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but if I don't see you before either with me, good luck. I hope friends works out for you.
Thank you. Yeah. Just do a few canners this way, and then we'll be done. Okay. I know. You're so patient. Good girl. That's what you need to get used to. Oh, well, that is the longest conversation I've ever had with Brett. I've never had a one-on-one conversation with her like with other people. That's funny. Girl, come on. Focus. Oh, it got nice and cool. And the dust settled. I love that. I love that, Sophie. Good job. Okay. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. That's a girl. Girl. Come on, stay with me now. Stay with me. We're almost done. We're almost done. Stay out. Thank you. Yeah. All the way out. Good girl. That's okay. Good job. Good. Good job. Very nice. Very nice. Come on, man. Turning. Turning. Good girl. Hands forward, body back. Good. Change my mind. We're going to go right into it, but do a few transitions. Make sure she's firing. Easy. Thank you. Shouldn't have stopped by the gate. That's okay. Good girl. Yep. Get Ridley on here. Good mare. Down there. Good girl. All right. Love that one. Up, up, up. There. That bad boy. Girl, I knew that was coming. Good girl. Good girl. I would love one where we're a little more together. Better. But stay up. Here. Oh. Good girl. I should have asked you in a better spot. Oh. Good girl. Alright, ready for holes? Be done, alright? Tanner. Oh, you cheater. You cheater. Come on. If you would stay out, we could approach better. It'd be easier. That's alright. I know it's short. It's short. You gotta work with me here. One more try. One more try. Okay. Oh. Well, you kicked that one. Alright. Okay. Let's do 2 more nice canners down here and then we'll be done. Alright? That's not something we need to go through right now. Good girl. Good girl. Can we get it? We need a little more. There you go. No. Come back to me now. Girl. Good. So nice. Good job, Mama. Good job. Let's try it out now. Actually, no, going this way. It won't work. Come on. Come on. Thank you. There you go. Outside leg work for me. Here, hold this. Nope, we lost it. That's okay. There. Good job, Mama. girl. Good girl. Alright, that was real good. We're gonna cool out now. Ooh.